I hope Father's got a few more minutes than the hour he promised us.
Yeah,
So.
I should have a little bit more time.
A little bit more. I mean, I think
the only reason I'm cutting you short is because our house, the uptake motors on our furnaces are going out, so I got to get the numbers off and order them. But anyway.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna do a couple questions, and then we're gonna take Father over to locals, and we'll try and keep it as long as possible. I know he's having fun. I think he'll stay a little longer, guys. Yeah. Don't worry. Father Ripperger, can you share your view? Oh, this is what I was going to ask. So, your view on UFOs and AGI. I recently got into Daniel O'Connor's content, and I'm reading his latest book with my mom. I mean, this is a big subject. I was going to ask you on the other side, but do you think that there's a possibility that AI, the alien thing, like they're talking about disclosure? Do you think there's any connection to the Antichrist with those topics, or do you think we just have to kind of take these things as they come and figure them out moment by moment?
Well, it's kind of funny because it's probably the same guy that got you canceled was trying to get us canceled in the location we're at. But I'm going to be giving a conference next month in Wisconsin on the very question of UFOs and all of that. And basically in there, I based some of it on a book called Alien Intrusion, which is, I think it's by Gary Bates is the guy's name. It's extraordinarily well done in parsing out a lot of the things. So in there, I'm basically going to show that there's actually a link between the promotion of UFOs and aliens and the evolutionary hypothesis. And so that's what the actual connection is, and that this is one of the things that we're starting to see kind of arise even more. But then also there's other real philosophical and theological issues that go along with that. And so so I preface it with that. One of the things I'll be talking about in this conference is the fact that exorcists come across demons who portray themselves in what they call themselves grays. And they literally manifest looking exactly like these aliens that you see out there. And they claim that they're not demons, they're not angels, they're not humans. So there's kind of this intermediate, non-moral, they're not good or bad kind of thing. And it's all a ruse. They're basically just demons doing that to get people to go down the rabbit holes. And there's been more than one exorcist that's actually had to deal with that. So does that have a connection to the Antichrist? Maybe. In the sense that the Antichrist is going to be endowed with Satan's intelligence. And so he's going to be perfectly possessed. So it's going to be Satan that's going to be operating through this guy. And so it'll be like an angelic intelligence, but it's the same thing. And in fact, if you look at abduction cases, for example, if you strip away the veneer of that it's an alien or a demon, it's actually the exact same patterns, which is the person loses bodily control. There is hyper focusing on the reproductive organs. There's all this stuff that actually goes, it's all pretty much the same kind of stuff you see. There's also been numerous documented cases where people were being abducted by aliens, and they actually invoked Christ's name, and then boom, the demons disappeared, or the aliens disappeared. So it tells you something that's actually there. As far as the AI goes, AI is like any other tool. It's extraordinarily powerful. It has the potential for doing an enormous amount of good, but I think they're going to use it for a lot of evil, and I think people are using it already for a lot of evil.
Look, these are topics that are entire shows, right? So, yeah. I mean, we could do 2 hours with you on aliens, because I mean, every generation before the Enlightenment had a place for non-human intelligences. It was the Enlightenment that brought this materialist worldview that kind of said, no, there's no such thing as, it's just the material world. Now, all of a sudden, people are looking at aliens. We could do an entire show on that. We could do an entire show on AI. So we have to, the evolution. I would talk to you about evolution all day, because
which, by the way, if you ever want to see probably the best discussion of evolution, it's called Foundations Restored.
Yes,
it's put out by the Colby Center. It is just dynamite. They go through every facet of it. It's just fantastic,
outstanding. And they have a video series 100%. Also. So yeah, definitely go and check that out if you guys haven't. Foundations Restored. That was kind of like the beginning of my journey to getting out of an evolutionary mindset, where just like throwing off some of the ridiculous notions that of the way modern Catholics think faith and science work together. So, all right, we'll do that topic another time because that's too much. But what other super chats we got, Rob? Okay, can't watch live, so question for later. What is one virtue that Father would recommend to the average trad Catholic male to practice during Lent? That's a good one.
Well, probably fortitude, just working on fortitude. And by that, I mean in the sense of taking on penances that actually require in embracing the cross and embracing the pain. You know, one of the things that it occurred to me recently. So I knew a guy that decided he wanted to do the fast, Christ's fast.